Section 3.5, Graphing Linear Inequalities. An inequality uses the less than, greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to symbol. We graph the inequalities the same way we graph equalities. First, we want to solve for y, so we're going to add x to both sides of the inequality symbol, and we get y is less than x plus 3. Now, using the slope-intercept form of the equation, I am going to find 3 on the y-axis and plot that point. And our slope is 1, or 1 over 1, meaning we go up 1 point and then over 1 and plot our next point there. If we want to do a few more, we can do that by starting at that second point and going up 1 unit and over 1 unit and plot the next point, the third point, right there. Now we're going to draw our line, but because our inequality is using a less than symbol, we must use a dashed line to draw our line. Always use dash line for less than or for greater than. We use a solid line if we have less than and equal to or greater than and equal to. Now we need to shade one side of the line or the other. So we use what we call a test point. In most cases, you will use the test point 0, 0. X is 0, y is 0. That point does not fall on our line. You can only use the test point that does not fall on your line. So to use the test point, we are going to replace y with 0 and x with 0 and see if we get a true inequality. And this gives us 0 is less than 3. That is true. Because it is true, we shade that side of the line that our test point was in. If it were false, we would shade the other side of the line. Graph y is greater than or equal to negative 3/2 x plus 3. Again, using the slope-intercept form of the equation, we are going to graph this line by first finding 3 on the y-axis, plot that point, and using the slope negative 3, we are going to go down 3 units and then right 2 units, and that is where our next point goes. Because we have an inequality symbol that has the equal sign in it, we must use a solid line to graph our line. Again, we must use a test point, and since our line does not go through the origin of point 0, 0, we can use that as our test point. We replace y with 0 and replace x with 0 and solve to see if we get a true inequality. And this gives us 0 is greater than or equal to 3. That is false. Because it is false, we shade the other side of the line that does not contain our test point.